Hey guys, and welcome to Awful Commentary. Today we're doing a bit of Star Wars Battlefront multiplayer. This is actually one of my first ventures into the multiplayer. Up until now, I haven't even had PlayStation Plus. In the Star Wars Battlefront box, I found 14 days free trial for PlayStation Plus, and I hadn't bought it because, as you can see in the top right-hand corner of my screen, it always says bad connection to the server will affect your gameplay. Because I live under a mountain in Hong Kong, on a random island, and so there's no good Wi-Fi here. After 6 o'clock, it just vanishes. So I hadn't thought it was worth buying, but I thought I'd give the trial a go. I finally got the chance to fly against other people. So here we are with friend of the show, Star Muss. Alex is the other pilot you'll see flying around on my screen. He'll be highlighted in gold, my partner. I had kind of mixed thoughts about the online gameplay, mostly because I'm terrible at the actual shooting missions. So say Walker Assault or Droid Run. Like generally on those kinds of maps, I'll get about 6 kills, and then the other day I had 21 deaths. And it's generally the reason I don't enjoy online gameplay that much, is because I find it's walk, die, respawn, walk a bit, can't find anyone, get sniped in the head. And that's endlessly infuriating. But actually Starfighter I've really enjoyed for the most part. I definitely enjoy playing as the Rebels more, so you'll probably see more Rebel gameplay from these videos than you will Imperial. Oh, that was a good kill. So yeah, the X-Wing is definitely my favourite ship to play as. I mean, it has to be. The Rebels, I know you have the choice between the X-Wing and the A-Wing, but for me it's not even a choice. The A-Wing is faster, and I usually find the players who get really high kill counts in these games usually play in the A-Wings. The guys, you know, when they kill you and you're like, him again, they're always in A-Wings. It's never guys in X-Wings. So I guess there's a lesson to be learned there. Oh, there's me and Alex teaming up to try and take down Slave 1. Slave 1, I find, is a real nightmare to take down. But I always feel so vulnerable when I'm flying in him. I think that's true for all of the hero ships in Millennium Falcon as well. We did pretty good work there. Slave 1's been destroyed. Did the transport ship make it out? But it's on 0 health. It wouldn't take anything at all. But... oh no! In the last second, somebody got there. Man, that sucks. That really sucks. So yeah. Starfighter I've enjoyed a lot more than playing on the ground. I just can't get into the A-Wings. But when you're playing as the Imperials, you'll see in one of the videos I do for the Imperials later on, there doesn't seem to be any point in not playing in a TIE Interceptor. Here we are, wingmen teaming up to try and take this guy down. If this was actually real physics, then me and Star Muss would have destroyed each other about 10 times over. But when you're playing as the Empire, there's no shield boost like there is in the X-Wings, and so you depend entirely on your speed to not get disintegrated. Oh, damn you, savvy ass C-14. And as you're depending upon your speed, it just... oh, Muss avenged me there, that was nice. There doesn't seem to be any reason for not playing in the Interceptor. The TIE Fighter doesn't seem to have any benefits because it's not better protected than... the TIE Fighter isn't better protected than the TIE Interceptor, it's just slower. Maybe it might be the guns on it might be more powerful, but generally when it comes to being destroyed, like the TIE Fighter, you just seem to be a sitting duck. Which is not something that I enjoy. I think the Rebels are a lot more powerful in Starfighter mode than the Empire are. Which, I mean, in the Star Wars universe, that's basically fine. Because you want the Rebels to be more powerful in the end. But for the most part, yeah, it just seems that the game is a little bit unbalanced. But I suppose for me, the victories, they generally come pretty evenly, so that might just be a feeling that I have. So this is, yeah, one of my first voyages into the online of this game. As you can see, I die a lot more than I would like when I play. We didn't even get close to killing that transport there. That's quite embarrassing. Yeah, so generally when I played this before, when I was getting quite good at doing the starfighter, I just spent a lot of time on the single player map on Tatooine, just killing AI TIE fighters who were so badly programmed that they just fly into your cannons. I don't think this is my very first attempt at a starfighter mission, but it's one of the first ones that I did. So I try and, where possible, strike a good balance between targeting the AI fighters in this game and also targeting the player fighters, because you could quite easily rack up a pretty high kill count by only targeting the AI ships. If you were just fly around the map, avoid the players best you can, and just target the computers, you could boost up your points quite considerably. But it just seems like almost a cheaty way of doing it. But then, at the same time, if you were to just fly around and target the different players within the game, like, you're missing out on valuable opportunities to earn points with your team. So yeah, I try where possible to kind of balance the two out. And ultimately, I suppose I probably die more when I'm trying to target the players, because I'll end up following a player sometimes for about 10-15 seconds before I finally get him, and then one of his friends has spotted me and taken me out before I get there. But with the AI ships, they last like 3 seconds before they're destroyed, which is fine by me. Now this match is up until this point has been pretty tight. That transport, oh, that was good work there by all of the rebels there, steaming forward to try and protect the transport. This is the one thing that I've really noticed with the multiplayer, is that my guns, they overheat a lot quicker than, oh my god, I'm getting nauseous. They overheat a lot quicker than they did when I was playing just against the computer. And that's been a real problem for me, because I'm having to really keep an eye on what I'm doing. Muss, no! I avenged him there. You can tell how early I am in the game, because I just reached rank 5. So yeah, this is only one of the first few maps that I've done. I don't even think I'm that much further ahead than that within the game. I haven't played that much outside of. Ball is Life LDN 10. What a complicated name. So far in this one, my connection to the server seems to have remained generally okay. There hasn't been too much lag, which is nice. When you're playing against interceptors or A-wings may be the worst thing in the entire world. When the game is forcing you and making you slower, and then your enemies are faster than you anyway, like, that's the ones where I get really infuriated. I haven't rage quit on Battlefront yet, but I have quit when the server connection gets so bad that I'm just flying into the floor, and that's happened a few times. So there we are. Our last chance to salvage this match is to take out that transport, but they're only 4 points away. Somehow, I just don't think we're going to get there. No, we didn't, which is a shame. Defeat. But looking at me and Alex got 62 kills between us, which isn't bad.